Paul began with another poem which I got even less of than the first. Again, a very brief synopsis is that the good people do in the world can still be a cause for harm, can be a cause for jealousy to arise in the hearts of others. So if one tries to be outstanding in the good that one does, it's not necessarily the best thing. So try to let go of both the bad and the good. Don't attach to the good or the bad. If you're free from the good and the bad, then you'll reach Nibbana. So I give you all my blessing and ask permission from the Sangha to speak on Dhamma at this time. Time passes by and it's always teaching us about life. It helps us to become mindful of truth and it brings us knowledge and understanding. Sometimes they compare time, the passing of time, the way it's constantly moving, kind of following us or chasing us. It's a bit like a wild dog that's always chasing somebody, always barking and trying to bite them all the time. It never leaves them alone. So to deal with this we require continuous mindfulness. Because time is marching on, not waiting for anyone. We have to use mindfulness and heedfulness so that we can make use of our time wisely for the benefit of ourselves and others. So today we're doing this. We've come here to practice, to deepen our understanding of life and to free our hearts and minds through the development and practice of sila, samadhi and panya. We've been practicing anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing, and this leads us to deepen our contemplation of the Dhamma and to deepen our practice of the four foundations of mindfulness, focusing awareness on the body, feelings, the mind and mental objects. By developing the four foundations of mindfulness, this can lead to the arising and fulfillment of the 7 factors of enlightenment, the bojjhangas. Sati, so mindfulness, investigation of Dhamma, energy, tranquility, samadhi and upekkha. The fulfillment and completion of the 7 factors of enlightenment brings the mind to full liberation, vimutti. So we're practicing to bring up our awareness of this life, to understand it better, and to learn about truth, about reality. We're learning in a way that will help to develop true wisdom. And true wisdom is always radiant and bright in its effect, so that we can perform our duties in life without fault, without making mistakes, without going off in the wrong direction. We develop wisdom so that we can live in society peacefully, to live harmoniously in our family and in the society around us, or whatever group of people we're living in. One who has mindfulness wherever they go, they will prosper and flourish in their life. All of us want to be prosperous and successful, so we should bear this in mind. We all want our life to be free from harm, free from suffering, so we should develop mindfulness. You could say that one with mindfulness is somebody who has great good fortune or good luck, because their mind is cool and peaceful and free from suffering. It's the highest perfection for one who practices Dhamma, to attain a mind of mindfulness. So we take the Dhamma practice up as a supporting factor in our life to create the causes for leading a good life. We recollect the virtues of our teacher, the Lord Buddha. We recollect the Dhamma, the truth that he taught and the pathway that leads to the experiencing of truth. And we recollect the Sangha, those virtues, those qualities that bring one to enlightenment. We learn through the practice how to improve ourselves and develop ourselves skillfully. We do this through developing the practice of meditation. Meditation is a skillful means to bring up wholesome states of mind and to develop that which is good in our lives. We all know what dukkha is like. We know that dukkha is suffering. And it arises because we get involved with things in the wrong way. This wrong involvement leads to the arising of negative energy in our hearts and minds. You can compare this to something like fire. Fire in itself is just what it is. It's heat. This can be useful to us if we know how to use it, but it can also burn us and harm us. So we must learn how to relate to it skillfully. We must know what it is and understand it better so that we can make use of it and avoid its harmful effects. So we are learning how to bring our lives to join with and connect with that which is beneficial, that which encourages inner awareness and understanding, and from this peace will arise. And we're aiming to avoid that which brings harm and suffering. So we are leading our lives in a way that will help us to experience the coolness and the peace that arises from the development of right view. Right view means, a mind with right view means a mind without delusion, without misunderstanding of truth. The development of right view, samadhi, leads to the fullness of experience as a human being. You could say it's a kind of happiness, a very refined and special kind of happiness, the highest kind of happiness. The Buddha said, Nati Santi Paramang Sukhang. The peaceful mind is the most highest kind of happiness a human being can experience. And peace arises out of the confidence and firmness of mind that comes through this practice of Sila Samadhi Panya. It brings the mind to a point where it's no longer wavering or shaking. It's no longer caught into different biases. It's a mind that has wisdom incorporated in it. This wisdom means an all-round, thorough understanding of all physical and mental phenomena that one's involved with. This all-round understanding removes delusion and ignorance from the mind, and by removing ignorance it removes the cause for suffering. It prevents those 8 worldly dhammas from taking hold of the mind, covering over the mind and bringing us suffering. This kind of wisdom grows through the practice, little by little, and as it grows, so does our sense of well-being. So little by little we become or experience this quality of sukhato, one who goes well, comes well, goes well. So we've come together today for just one day to practice the Dhamma, even though you might say that's quite a short time, perhaps just 12 hours in the daylight. It's still meaningful. It also shows us, or reminds us how life is caught into cycles of change all the time. We have daylight, we have night time. Time is moving on. It's always on the move, just like that dog chasing something for food. It never gives up. It's always right there barking and trying to bite its prey. So the Lord Buddha said, don't give in to unwholesome states of mind, what we call bhapa dhamma. The first level of an enlightened being, first level of an Arya Pugala, an enlightened being, has abandoned Sakaya Ditti, self-belief of the view of a self. And this leads to a lightness of mind, because it's like shedding a burden and giving up this attachment to a view of self. It leads to a mind free of worries and stress and concerns. One can see through the delusion of self. One can see the nature of all conditions as they are, that they're just impermanent, unsatisfactory and not self. And this knowledge and vision frees the mind from all unwholesome dhammas. So all of us are as if friends in the Dhamma. We are all facing the same things, old age, sickness and death together. We all have that in common. So I give you my anumodana today. I'd like to express my appreciation for all your efforts in the practice and for being human beings practicing the Dhamma. And this is a very rare thing. To be born as a human being is rare. To encounter the Dhamma and be able to practice it is even rarer. So this is a very valuable thing, and we should appreciate that. The Arya Dhamma, the Dhamma of enlightenment, arises through this kind of practice. So it's very much our good fortune that we have come to practice the Dhamma. So I wish that your practice bears fruit, that it leads you to gain and develop the virtues and the success that you're seeking, so that not only can you become a refuge for yourselves, but also for your offspring and future generation, your family members. May you truly know what your duty is in life towards your family, towards your society and towards yourself. May you be a good example to the future generations who will see and take your example and follow it. May you practice well like the enlightened beings, like that chant we just did. May you practice directly, practice well, practice insightfully, practice with integrity. May you all flourish and progress in the Dhamma. May you all be free from illness and suffering. May you be free from obstacles and overcome all the obstacles in your practice. May you all attain the highest benefit in this very life. Andamayang ovadakatha sadhu karang tatamase. Sadhu, 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 anumodam.